Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're looking at something really specific you sent in. Excerpts from the transcript of a music video Never Left by Lawrence Jamal. And our goal here is really to unpack what these lyrics, just these specific lines, tell us about, well, themes like faith, resilience, purpose, all viewed through the song itself, you know? That line, "He never left me," it's repeated, and it feels central, really central.
It absolutely does. And, looking at creative stuff like song lyrics,
Yeah.
it's a great way to get a window into, well, the artist's perspective, right? What ideas are they putting out there? So we're exploring the world inside these lines you shared. And yeah, straight away, some phrases just grab you. Really powerful stuff.
Like what?
Well, feet on the ground, step on these devils for one, and then break these chains, or being tapped into prayers. And that very direct mention of strength coming from the Spirit of Jesus. It's all quite vivid.
Okay, yeah. So let's start with that anchor. Like you said, "He never left me."
Hmm.
It repeats, yeah, but it doesn't just feel like a chorus line. It feels more like the foundation, the bedrock.
Right. So what does that presence, that constant presence, seem to enable within these lyrics?
Well, what's really interesting is how that steady presence connects right into the language of, like, struggle and overcoming.
Hmm.
You've got lines about active conflict, step on these devils, break these chains. You mentioned those.
Yeah.
And then there's manage the baggage. That
Yeah,
sounds
okay.
heavy, right? Concrete.
Definitely not vague.
No. And the lyrics seem to say the ability to actually face that, to navigate it, comes from that presence, the one that never leaves. It's like the fuel, the endurance fuel.
That makes sense. And that link, that connection between the struggle and the, let's say, spiritual fuel, it's really explicit sometimes. Like, in strength in my body is genius and did it by the Spirit of Jesus.
Exactly.
It's not just saying I'm tough. It's saying resilience is sort of infused or powered by this faith.
Right, not just personal grit.
And that other line, tapped into prayers when I knew I could breathe, then I knew I would eat it. Wow. That's such a vivid picture.
It really is. Finding not just comfort, but like actual sustenance, capability through that connection.
Precisely. It goes beyond just, getting through the struggle. It's about actively drawing strength from that source to beat it. And it doesn't just stop with overcoming problems either. The lyrics then kind of pivot, don't they, towards direction, purpose.
It's assignment.
Yeah, the assignment.
You see it in I'm back in alignment, we on this assignment, the power of the choice, the hour of the voice, and then it connects back. Of course, this life that I'm living belongs to the Lord. So how does being back in alignment, being on this assignment, how does that leap back to "He never left me" and the strength from faith?
Well, if we connect the dots from what we were just saying, that feeling of being back in alignment, having that clear assignment, it seems to flow directly from that foundation, from that presence and the strength it gives. It suggests that when you feel that constant support, "He never left me," and you draw power from it, Spirit of Jesus, it does more than just get you through hard times. It seems to bring clarity, too. A sense of purpose. Puts you back on a path.
A path defined, in the lyrics anyway, as belonging to a higher power.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it frames those challenges, the baggage, as things you overcome as part of that bigger purpose, part of the assignment.
So just looking strictly at these lines you provided, faith here isn't just belief. It's not just comfort. It comes across as this active, enabling force.
Yeah, very active.
It's the source of resilience against specific things, the power source for strength, and like the compass pointing to this assignment.
You see that interplay, like you said, in lines like "strength in my body is genius," side by side with being back in alignment, we on this assignment.
It's all woven together.
It is. And, that raises a really interesting point that's right there in the source material itself. The lyrics talk about having feet on the ground, right? Dealing with real stuff, taking action.
Yeah, practical.
But also feeling like they're in heaven on the back end, that kind of dual state. So what is this way of expressing something so personal, so deeply felt through music? What does it suggest to you, the listener, about that connection between, say, inner spiritual conviction and actual tangible action out in the world?
Feet on the ground, head in the heavens kind of thing.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
How does that internal belief translate to external doing, according to these lyrics? This is definitely something compelling to think about as you reflect on this source.